gives birth. Number one, she's going through postpartum. Number two, my child is right there. You know what I mean? Okay. She doesn't need the stress. My daughter don't need anything like that around her. She was just born. So there's no way in hell that there should be anything said. So my whole thing is a lady named Susan that said she was a leading nursing physician nurse.
Let me tell you her actual name. Susan,
right.
nurse leading, registered nurse.
She came in yesterday morning, and one of the ladies...
The two ladies.
No.
It was one?
The nurse before Susan came in.
Okay.
She was saying that she didn't think that we were going to be able to leave with our child. So I told her, number one, according to the law, you have to have a
judge,
temporary removal or, that kind of nature to remove a child. In order to get that, you have to have substantial evidence to prove it. I've been through this enough times, Okay. I understand that, people can have their doubts and they can say whatever they want, The fact of the matter is, she's 3 days old now. I originally told the first nurse, I said, listen, if you think I'm going to let you go against my rights, my wife's rights, and my child's rights, we're going to have an issue. We're going to have a problem. Oh, don't threaten me. I'm like, it's not a threat.
It's a legal problem, he
said.
Because
it can become a legal problem if you try to infringe upon my rights as a parent. Okay? Now, she went back, I don't know what all she told Susan. So Susan comes in here, and
she's yelling. Just yelling.
Her tone. Again, my daughter's right here. I'm not going to let you yell in front of my child. Okay? I also told her the same thing. What did she
I know.
ask? What did she
Was
tell
that
you?
your walkie?
Oh, well, she said
She don't
you're
like
going to be
those.
sorry.
Hold on a minute.
That's not what I said. I explained to her there would be a problem if you tried to keep my child from walking out the doors if she is medically clear. Okay? Because a hospital does not have legal jurisdiction to keep a child without a court order. And if you're, and I told her, if you want to be technical, that's a whole different county. So I really don't have to sit here and keep my child in here if this county itself hasn't said nothing to me. Second of all, when it comes to my child, I also told the lady from guest services, I told her as well, I said, listen, I'm not trying to have an issue with nobody here. I'm not trying to cause a problem, okay? But I'm walking out of these doors with my child, and I'm not letting anyone touch me, her, or my child. If I have to call the authorities, I will. I have all legal grounds to protect my family, okay? Because we've already spoken to the CYS over in York, which is the county we actually live in. We already set up a home visit, and the lady didn't say that we couldn't take our child out of here.
She doesn't see the reason why we
She said
shouldn't.
we just want to see the home. Not a problem. So we set up for next Monday at 8:30. So I don't want any issues when my daughter gets medically cleared. Okay?
Quick question. What county are you from? What county are y'all
I'm not going to let anyone
Cumberland. Cool.
touch me or her or my child because I am fully prepared to press charges if necessary. Now, my thing is, I'm well within my rights to say that, considering the circumstances. Okay. Because nowhere in there was there a threat of violence or harm to them. Not at all. Okay? So, I don't condone violence unless it is to protect them. But you have to push me there first. I don't So
push.
when it comes to them, like, if they were to put their hands on
He
her,
just
I
asked, did it
wouldn't
get that
believe-
far? Did they push you to violence?
You
Is
push
what
that point
he's.
today?
No.
Mm-mm.
I take frequent walks outside. I smoke my cigarette. I can go get me a coffee or something, and I come back in.
So you haven't threatened anyone today with anything?
No.
Okay.
And quick question:
Right. Where
is
this
there
coming
any
from? Did they say
evidence
I-
of him doing this?
Right.
I mean, I'm not bringing that up out of the blue. So the comment, what we were told originally, was he threatened to snap another nurse's neck.
Oh no, he didn't say
Oh, no,
anything like
I said
that.
I worked on myself because a lactician was holding my daughter and her head was hanging.
And she was
I
holding her
have
by the
a
shoulders
history
with her
of
head
anger issues
dangling.
in the past.
Okay.
I've gone to therapy for
He was
that.
saying
I
her
did
neck
anger
could
management,
snap.
And I said,
He said her neck could snap,
takes
holding her by her arms
everything in
instead
my
of
power
supporting her head.
not to
He
wanna
didn't
do
say
stuff
he would
like that.
snap a nurse's
When
neck.
you
He
put
said
my child in danger,
that it
because
could
that
snap
makes me
our
feel like I
daughter's
have to
neck,
defend my
holding
child.
her that way. So
Because
that was
I
misconstrued.
specifically.
And I was, you know, he was talking to me about it.
My face.
You know what I
looked at
mean?
My daughter's neck. She saw me, looked right down at it.
And continued
And
dangling her neck.
Her head was hanging for a minute and a half. She's 2 days old. You see what I mean?
So
I can-
you were referencing your baby's head
Yes.
being snapped,
How she's
Right.
holding him.
not that you were going to snap.
No.
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 Number one, everything that I've been taught from a child up
He was
is that it's better to walk away
didn't say
than
anything.
to let someone else control you and your emotions. Because then you can't deal. You have to deal with the consequences of it. You reap what you sow.
Would
And then
he?
the second
would he
remark
s-
that was made was that if you weren't permitted or they didn't allow you to take your child from here, that you were going to go out to your car and get a gun.
Not at all.
Not at all. He
Not at
said he
all.
was gonna go out to make a
I would
phone
go
call
out
to a
and I would
cop
make a phone call.
to come here and
So you didn't say anything about a gun.
I don't
No.
even own a gun, so
You don't own a gun?
nope,
No gun in your car?
nope.
I don't
He doesn't
own a
even
car.
drive.
My-
Oh.
He doesn't
my
even
church family
drive.
drives me up here.
So your church family brought you up here today?
My church family helped me go get food while she was in here. And
He left
I've
the
been
hospital to get the
doing,
food and
you
put
know, the
in and then
footwork.
come back.
Make
Do you
sure the
have a
place
car?
is kept up.
No, I
No,
can't
no.
drive.
Okay.
She has seizures.
So neither of you have a car?
No, and
You
this
have
is
a
how
license?
you. No,
All I have is a state issued ID. That's it.
and now you see how it's misconstrued. He doesn't have a car.
Right, and see, and now I feel some type of way.
Like
because,
attacked.
they asked me to be honest about my stay here,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the result.
Of
You know what I mean?
All right.
You see what I mean? Like this is.
and then they
this
wonder
is-
why men don't want to come to the hospital. This particular situation,
Like I've had.
like misconstrued
I've
information.
had way too much happen
Here's
to
the
me.
deal. We're told that. We come in, we talk to you, get your side of everything, we figure
Like
it out.
I said,
we'll
the
go back
only
and
thing
talk.
I have is this, and I even forgot that was in my pocket because I carry charity and everything else. I work construction
Okay.
with one of my church members.
Do you have your state issued ID just so I
Mhm.
can confirm that I talked to you?
Is he? Are they gonna make a report on him?
I mean,
Well, I'm going to make the report, but it's going to be our notation as to what was reported, what I talked to you, and everything like that.
okay.
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 And is
Let
he
me
gonna
go
get a
on and talk to the
number?
staff out here real quick.
Is there a number that he's gonna be issued after this report?
I don't have the number in front of me, but every time we get a call
Incident
or a
report, correct.
complaint, we
Mhm.
generate an automatic number. So there is going to be a number associated.
Right.
And then I'll attach you
And
to
honestly, I really don't appreciate that because
She came in here talking to
nowhere
us so
in there
nicely,
did I even mention a gun.
or a
I don't have
weapon.
a gun. Last time I held a gun was when I was in the military.
Okay.
I was United States Navy.
So
And that was 2008.
just so I'm clear, according to you, there was no kind of argument or nobody raised their voice, and there's no kind of
Well-
they said it happened today.
yes, sir.
Nobody raised their voice today. Nobody raised their voice today.
I mean,
don't-
if there was a disagreement in any capacity.
It's a disagreement, but we were joking
Actually, it
around.
wasn't even a disagreement because
She was
asked me
joking around.
What? No, because she asked me what was bothering me because I looked uncomfortable when she brought up certain things.
Can you just chill here with him for a minute? I'm gonna go out and talk to you.
Now that's weird. We have a conversation with them,
That's
and
what
it
I'm
went
saying,
really
like, yo, and then y'all
nice,
turn around
and
and
then
say
turn
that,
around and
like,
do
yo.
that. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, like you said, that's why we come in and talk.
It's a bunch of
You know what I mean?
females attacking one guy.
We get one side, we
This is
talk to
sexist.
everybody involved so that we can get the other side.
This is really
And
sexist.
they wonder why.
Why men don't want to come to the
But
hospital.
but the crazy part is when I told the lady I was a vet, I saw the way she looked at me was like squint, and I'm like, okay, come on now. I've had this happen so many times. I've been literally dragged out without people even hearing me out about anything. You know what I mean? Oh, well, you can't come back in, and then I get a call 30 minutes later that they've tried to give her some medicine that she's allergic to or something like that. And I'm just like, yo, like,
Or it will cause seizures, and I'll end up like on the floor. So it's like, he is my legal, aid, and he's also my legal health. So at this point, he has to report back to the state anything that happens, and my insurance is through the state. So at this point, coming after somebody, and he's expressing my well-being, his daughter's well-being, and then next thing you know, the lady, we just joke. Listen, me and her were joking around with the whole weight thing, because the weight thing, like after you give birth and stuff like that. I told her little tips to how to get rid of her baby body, you know what I mean? And it's like every time that we talk to somebody in charge, it's always twisted and misconstrued around. He makes threats, but y'all don't have proof of it. And it's like, hearsay is never sufficible in court. Hearsay is not sufficible even with a police report unless you have actual evidence and to see a judge. So at this point, I'm in school for PI. I am actually talking to an active PI investigator, and he's nationwide in Virginia and everywhere you can name. So I normally help police officers if they can't solve something. I can actually put the pieces together. I don't ask for payment. That's just my experience. So at this point, him being attacked several times, and it's like we're an interracial couple. There's a bunch of Caucasians in here. No offense. I'm only 7% African American. I'm Native American, okay? So at this point, you're attacking an interracial couple, and I don't see anybody else getting attacked in here but us. So I didn't plan for a home birth. York Dolphin came over here in your county and threatened me, and basically went ahead and yelled in me and my baby's face, and like he was saying before, it's like abuse is abuse, and abuse cases, and then making threats at my husband in the room, and you don't think he's going to respond like, hey, I can turn into this illegal because I'm going to call the cops on you. You're yelling at my baby, you're yelling at her, you're yelling at everybody in the room, but you're a leading nurse, and you're yelling in the room. That is not good for a professional to be yelling in front of like a newborn. And, we're getting good news every day about her gaining weight, and, just basically Jaundice levels lower because we're doing skin to skin. That's why I'm fully doing skin to skin with her,
You mind if I check those pockets right quick?
I could show you what's in about that. I ain't got.
I would be reaching for stuff.
Oh, no, you ain't gotta worry about none of that, bro.
They're just making sure.
Thanks, folks.
Yeah.
Just because you weren't wearing that the first time.
Oh, okay, my bad. I
He
probably
was
should've-
gonna
my bad.
take a smoke, like when y'all leave, like he's gonna take a smoke, but at this point, you get what I'm saying. Like, we've been attacked several times because we're an interracial couple, and this,
Seriously though, like,
I've been attacked pregnant actually down at Fairview Commons. So
Where are you guys from?
I actually was born in Philadelphia. We came over here for work, and I started to register myself over here as a resident. So it's like, you know what I mean? I have actually a federal case with the city of Philadelphia due to the fact of the abuse, slamming me, dragging me, you name it, it happened.
Like a civil suit with them?
Federal suit, because I'm Native American, so, you know, and then what they did to my kids. So that went all the way up to federal level and state level.
So you guys staying in New York now?
Yes, the before it hits the line, we're before the line.
You're like
It's
right by the Cumberland
Express
Right,
Inn.
where, it's just it's the red carpet inn. It's right there across from the Rudders on Lewisberry.
York line? Oh, okay.
We're living
Yeah,
efficiency
so-
part with the kitchen.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
I'm
Like, we're
just not
residents
gonna have
there.
No problems with nobody because, like, and something told me they was gonna sit here and lie on me.
Because we were just honest about all the illegal things that's going on in the hospital, like the threats. Like, a mom's not going to keep getting threatened, a dad's not going to keep threatened. Yeah, my patient's rights of privacy, confidential rights was basically tread on. My rights as a mom, like, you know, I'm breastfeeding, Title 18. You can't keep abusing a mom that just gave birth. You can lower my milk count. You can cause, you know, other health problems. You can cause issues to, you know. But other than that, yeah. It's always an attack, but if you look at it, it's a discrimination issue. Okay, I'm ready for
Alright,
you.
So where we're at, the hospital staff, private facility, they can tell you to leave, so they want you to leave at this point in time.
I'm not going to.
So here's the thing.
So you're getting rid of my legal aid.
My parental rights, as well as the fact that I am her caretaker, trump anything that a private facility would have to say.
Here's the thing. They're allowing you to stay here with the
But-
child. You can update him, but as far as you
They have been abusive towards me in this hospital. So at this
Right,
point,
no,
you're making
No.
him leave, and then he actually has a federal investigator on this place because at this point, they have been attacking him from day one he came here.
Okay.
and no, they can't tell a father to leave. That's actually against parental, that's against marital, and that's...
And what type of evidence do y'all even
Right.
have to kick him out? And, you know, hearsay
Private
doesn't,
property, they
but
can-
hearsay
Doesn't matter.
doesn't work
It-
in
it
a
doesn't.
hospital.
No, it doesn't. You know why? You can't go against something that's federally protected.
And you
So then
basically,
this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call our district attorney. I'll let them know that I formally advised you that you have to leave, and then
Why? So they can continue abusing her and just snatch...
because
snatch
that's
my
what they've
child?
been doing.
Because then I will have a reason to come up here with state troopers, and it will be a issue. Like I told them before.
So they're making you leave because you just basically
this
made
is their
it.
way of getting me out of the picture
And snatching
so that
our
they can
baby.
take the baby.
I'm going to make that phone call.
Okay, officers, what's your names? If you might ask.
Officer Bob, Officer Perry, Officer Tom.
The one that left out the room.
I'm a hospital employee. I'm not an officer.
Oh, no. I was asking the one out there.
Yes, Officer
I need
Toth.
Officer Toth. And what's the other officer's
Officer
name?
Bob, Perry, Toth.
Okay. That's actually good names. So, you know that they were gonna. We
I already knew
knew.
this was going to happen. Because
That's why
my
he
social worker
contacted.
been doing that since the beginning.
The social worker actually is a criminal because she actually went against the federal law of bringing another county here to come in the hospital. I'm just going to state that one thing. And what was the social worker's name?
Lindsay?
Lindsay? Yeah, and
Yeah.
she wasn't supposed to do that. It was actually against the hospital to actually do that because she didn't get an actual okay to do that. You can't bring another county over here. So, basically, you know, that's your county. You know what I mean? So, that's why I'm like, this is happening every single time that we come into a hospital and it's like a discrimination issue. And I don't see it happening to anybody else here but us. So I am going to be making a few phone calls. And I am going to be calling HHS.gov. I'm going to be calling the commission office. I am going to be calling quite a lot of numbers, and I normally make way of actually getting in contact with one of them. So because there's no actual physical evidence or actual evidence of itself, just hearsay.
Andrew, you want to do me a favor and put your knife back up on the table?
Can you please put that back on the table? Come on, honey. We have a...
Are in clear view on my phone.
Okay, but... Can you just put it back on the table?
Violence in front of my child, I don't do that.
So you're taking it with you to leave?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay. Is that okay that he can take his own item because he's leaving with you? Okay.
No, I'm not leaving with them. I'll walk off.
So my main source, now I have to basically call.
And you guys are...
Are you asking what department?
Yeah.
Hampton Township.
Okay.
That's the township that you're in.
Can I write that down? Like, I'm gonna write this down. And you know, that's my support. My support is leaving, so that's like.
Which means you're about
Which is definitely.
and my child.
Because definitely she's
I
going to
sit
be
here and I feed my child.
bottle feed from breast milk. And
no, I am not leaving.
this is live, just to let y'all know. So I do have my investigators watching this too. More paperwork for me. Yippee.
Mighty funny they do this